Just 3 nights to go. It is the final on Wednesday, here with all the superstar backstage gossip at 10:30. Jodie Prenger is on this morning after Monday's Jeremy Kyle show.
So you're saying that he reversed into you?
Oh, cheeky boom boom.
The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by CheekyBingo.com.
On today's show...
Nothing but
Stop being
lying.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? With the mother of your child.
Since he's been born, I've not questioned it
Who
once.
finished with who 2 weeks ago?
She kicked me out.
I asked him to leave.
She asked
Why?
me to leave.
Why?
I had enough of being insulted.
She said she doesn't want to be with you anymore.
Put down,
I don't wanna-
degraded.
Look at that.
You taking drugs when your kids are in your care. I had
Do you take
enough.
drugs?
That's
Yes.
it.
You gonna pass?
100%.
Are you gonna pass?
Yeah.
That's all on my show. It's next.
Since he's been born, I've not questioned it
Who
once.
finished with who 2 weeks ago?
She kicked me out.
I asked him to leave.
She asked me to leave.
Why?
I had enough of being insulted.
She said she doesn't want to be with you anymore.
Put down,
I don't wanna-
degraded.
Look at that.
You taking drugs when your kids are in your care. I had
Do you take
enough.
drugs?
That's
Yes.
it.
Have you really got an outrageous twin sister?
Oh, cheeky boom boom.
You sure you didn't eat the last biscuit?
Oh, cheeky boom boom.
He is indeed the father of a 10-month-old son. Now, she says that he has denied the child ever since she fell pregnant, and his constant accusations of cheating finally drove her to kick him out of their family home just a month ago. Now, Michelle is determined to prove to David that she's never, ever been unfaithful before she says today, ending this marriage for good. It's a big day for her. Michelle is on the Jeremy Kyle Show. You look really determined. David, 2 years, married. You have a son together? Mm-hmm. Which he doubts. Why is that?
I have no idea.
How long were you together before you got married, babe?
We were together about 9 months, then he left me. I will be honest, when he left me, he was constantly texting me and making me feel worse. So the only way I knew how to hurt him was to lie and say I was pregnant when I wasn't. But when he come and he spoke to me...
You lied to him about being pregnant?
Yes, but he come and we spoke, and I told him straight away that I lied to hurt you.
Or to get him back?
No, not to get him back. It wasn't to get him back. It was to hurt him.
So you tell him that you're pregnant and you're not, and then he comes back, so he knows already you're a liar. I'm going to lay it out as it is. Then he comes back and then you get pregnant. He presumably doesn't believe you when you tell him the second time.
No, he was there when I did the test.
So you do the test with him.
Yep.
You get back together, but this doesn't go from his brain.
But when we got back together, it was a few weeks when he proposed to me.
Nice.
Because we split, I realised how much he meant to me.
Yeah.
So I realised I wanted to be with him.
Quite interesting in your notes as well, you said that it changed when we got married. Why?
When we got married, he changed. He became mentally abusive, insulting me, putting me down. It's like, you know, with being pregnant with your hormones and stuff, I don't cope very well with hormones anyway. And
he walked out, didn't he?
So, yeah, he walked out on me.
Left you?
A couple of times, because he said that he couldn't cope with me.
This one is all based on what you first told him. Because I read that when you argue,
Yeah.
or there was something in the pregnancy, you go, I'm not the kid's dad, why don't you go and find the baby's father and go to the scan? Why don't you find the...
Do you
And
know,
so this has
Jeremy,
been
that's
going
fair
on forever,
enough.
right?
That's fair enough. That's why we're here today, yeah, because today's going to prove you are his father.
But then you say you're going to
You've been
divorce
there
him.
Because what? He wants done with me. He's rid of me, okay? Right? But you're hanging around outside my house.
Of course he doesn't want rid of you. He wants the complete opposite. He's a bloke.
him outside my house. He's constantly texting me last night, where are you? Yeah? Leave me alone. I want him to leave me alone.
You don't want to be with him anymore?
I need to move on. My children have been through enough. I need to move on. He needs to leave me alone.
Is he the dad?
Yes, he is. 100%. No
Let's get him
doubt.
out. His
No
side's
doubt.
important. David's
No
on the
doubt.
show that way. How did we get to this, David?
Oh, she's a constant liar.
I am,
Constant
aren't I?
liar. Yeah, for a start, I haven't hung around outside her house. I live 20 miles away.
You were spotted outside my house the other day.
He said to my
watching
team-
me when I come back
What,
from
in
the
my car,
doctors
yeah?
with the baby.
In the car, yeah? the car that's been put off road now because it's got no insurance and no MOT.
Of course, because you are so truthful.
The truth be told is when she got pregnant, I was very paranoid and insecure. I drank too much, smoked too much, and I was very paranoid, and I constantly accused her of cheating on me and saying the baby wasn't mine. When the baby came, the doubt didn't even cross my mind. I was there for all the scans, I was there for the labour, and then as soon as I see him, it never even crossed my mind that he wasn't mine, until I get the phone call saying, well, can you come and do this? Because she wants to prove that you are the father. Why does she need to prove that I'm the father?
Do you think you are the father?
Well, I did until 2 days ago, yeah. Now I'm thinking, well, if she didn't cheat, why does she have to prove it?
So you've never ever suggested that you're not the father?
Yes, I have.
Well, then that's why she wants to prove it to you, doesn't she?
But that was 10 months ago, 11 months ago. I haven't actually, since he's been born, I've not questioned it once.
Who finished with who 2 weeks ago?
She kicked me out.
I asked him to leave.
She asked me to leave.
Why?
I had enough of being insulted.
She said she doesn't want to be with you anymore.
Put down,
I don't wanna-
degraded.
Look at her.
You taking drugs when your kids are in your care. I had
Do you take
enough.
drugs?
That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
What
That's
drugs
it.
do you take?
Weed and coke.
You think that's acceptable?
And I asked you not to do it when your kids were in your care.
I don't do it as much as what she
So
says.
if that's your
Every
new
week.
child, do you not think it would be a really, really good idea to get your head out of your backside, stop taking drugs and be a damn role model to that kid rather than being a project?
But the funny thing is, though, is at work, yes, OK, I'll come in, and sometimes I'll do a bit of coke.
Those are your
Not-
kids, mate.
Right, but I wouldn't do a lot. But then the ironic thing is she's that concerned about it. Why is it whenever she knew I did coke, she'd go, there's the baby, I'm going off and doing something and leaving the baby with me. If she's that concerned about it, why do it?
Jeremy, this occasion
How
he's
the
picking
hell
up.
did you two
I
ever
needed
get
the
married?
toilet. He was
I
sat on
put
the
up with
sofa.
her.
I said, sit there. There was somebody else there.
Can he speak?
At the end of the day, I dealt with her, yeah, through the pregnancy. She was very hard to live with and everything else, but I dealt with her, I stood by her side.
The thing is, my friend, I read the notes that people take, right? You do talk quite a lot in your notes about how you distrusted her, how you believed she was up to no good, she would disappear for hours on end, she kicked me out, I'd wonder what she was telling the truth about. I got the feeling when I spoke to her that she wants to come here and almost draw a line in the sand, prove all those rumours are untrue, prove the baby's yours. But you're both saying to me you don't want to be together anymore.
I don't. When she turned and told me to go, I mean, she tried kicking me out, I'd say no less than 100 times in a year and a half.
How's it going to work, people, if you are the dad and you get divorced? How's it going to work in terms of this kid?
Well, I don't know. She's the one that texted me and said I'm only allowed to see him for 2 hours on a weekend day, and that was it.
OK,
Between
but the
12 and 2 on a Saturday and Sunday, and that is it. That's all I'm allowed.
Somebody told me today when we were talking about this story that they think that you're still madly in love and you insult each other and score points for a reason.
Listen, I ain't even... Do you know what? She kicked me out. I spoke to her probably for 2 days after that.
Do you still love her?
No.
Do you still love him?
I do have love for him, yeah, but I'm not going back there. I've had enough. I can't do it no more. He broke me. I haven't left the house in 2 years. How am I going missing for hours on end? I take the kids to school, come home, pick them up from school, come home. That's it.
Oh, well, so I never used to go to work, do 10 hours of work, and then get a text, oh, I'm around my friend. Can you come in the total opposite direction and come and pick us up at 11 o'clock at night with a 10-month-old baby?
Hold on, I would ask you if it was OK for me to go to a
stays around
house.
someone's house till 11 o'clock at night with a baby. And then turns and says, oh, don't worry, I'll get a bus home.
I think it's a really good thing you're not together. I think the only thing that matters is this child. I think that you need to nail this and lay down a marker, and then you need to put aside the animosity and do what's right by this kid. You're 100% sure he's the father.
Yep.
You have doubts.
Well, I did, and now I do, yeah.
She lied to you about being pregnant before, though, didn't she?
Yep, she did.
How did that make you feel? Was that the start of it, do you think?
Well, the worst thing is when she turned and told me she was pregnant, I went round there to talk about it. First of all, I went mad and tried to say, I don't want it, yeah, get an abortion. I did say that, because I didn't think... We was apart, yeah, and I thought we was arguing a lot, and I thought it wasn't the best thing to do was bring a baby into that situation.
Let's do those all-important DNA results. How old's this baby?
10 months.
That's what we're talking about. Have a look. Have a look.
I know.
Beautiful kid. Beautiful kid. Cute, isn't he? Somebody in the front row says you'd have to be blind not to realise that that bloke is the father.
Yeah, I know.
The DNA test results show that Dave... That's your son, pal. Too many times in 7 years, I have done this. And I watch people who get together for whatever reason, have a kid, descend into just the worst acrimony, insults, point scoring, horrible things. The point is this, it doesn't matter what you think of each other, matters about him. She says, let me finish, I will have love for him, you're doing the usual bloke thing, I don't care, I'm going. The one thing that I insist upon if you come onto this show and you get that is that we work with you to make sure that little mite doesn't end up being affected by this dreadful situation. I don't know whether you'll end up together or not, hear me out, but the most important thing surely is for him, look how beautiful he is, to see his dad, see his mum and not be messed in the head, because we are fast approaching in this country a generation of kids his age whose parents cannot put aside their arguments and who are just going to bash each other up verbally, physically, mentally, and we're going to have a whole generation of kids who are then in turn messed up, and I think these kids deserve a bit more. So as adults and parents, what we will do in aftercare is make sure that you put aside that rubbish, create a plan, and he gets to be involved in both of your lives. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Promise?
So are you actually going to be there? Because you ain't bothered with him in a month. You ain't asked after him. He was sick when you left.
Are you going to ask after him?
All you want to do is text me abuse. I want you to leave
I've got
me alone.
no idea what
be
she's
there
talking
for
about.
Your son.
This is why I don't
Do you want to be there for your son?
Of course I do.
Do you want him to be there? Can you put aside? Can you both put aside what you feel or anger or love for each other and do it for him? Graham is waiting. Aftercare backstage. You go that way. You go that way. All right. Thank you very much indeed. My next guest, Steve, is here for double lie detector results with his girlfriend of 8 months, Charlotte. Now, he says that just a few weeks into the relationship, other men started telling him they'd slept with Charlotte behind his back, and he claims that 2 guys even told him they'd had a threesome with her. He is now convinced that she's cheated countless times and is here to determine whether or not this relationship is worth saving. It's a big day for him. Steve is on the Jeremy Kyle Show.
Yeah, not bad.
Do you know what I've learned over 7 years is that a lot of people, they throw out lines, right?
Yeah.
I'm always interested about what backs it up. I'll prove these rumours are true and my bird's a serial cheat. How long have you been with Charlotte?
8 months.
You said to my team, I need and want to get everything out in the open, and I'm going to put myself in your shoes, right? You meet this woman, you fall in love with her, everything's fine, and then blokes start telling you some of the most outrageous things. Tell them.
I've heard that she's had threesomes.
Well, how does that happen? You're walking down the street and somebody comes up and goes, I'll have a threesome with your bird, or what? What happens?
Basically, they were, like, talking between each other and, like, hinting that it had happened. So I went to one of their friends and said, I found out about that Charlotte's had the foursome. And they went, no, it was a threesome. So I kind of tricked them.
So people have told you that she's had threesomes. What else have they told you?
They told her that they kissed my mate in the kitchen and then they went in the bedroom together.
She was offering oral sex as well, wasn't she? There was all sorts of rumours circulating, wasn't there?
No. There was another 3 blokes what she was meant to sleep
You
with.
told my team that she flirts a lot. You've seen that. That's a horrible thing for you to deal with. What do you call flirting?
Like, I'll be talking to my mate there, she'll be behind me and she'll be sticking her tongue out to him and looking like she wants I mean, my mate even said if she goes, I know if you're not there, I could straight away.
Elegant. For you, this is difficult because it will be easy to just walk away, but you don't know what to do because you want to be with her, you don't know who to believe. What's it done to the relationship, all these rumours? Seriously.
We were arguing all the time, constantly. We just don't get along like we used to. We used to click. We used to be proper, really close.
In terms of her, what do you really deep down in your heart and soul think? Do you think she's a cheat? Because I always say to people, if she passes this, what does that make you look like?
I know, it makes me look crazy, but these are people who have actually told me that she's definitely done it.
And it won't go away from your head, right?
No.
I've done this too long, and too many times it's come back that people who are jealous or people who have something to hold over you are scoring cheat points during relationships.
Yeah, well, it could be, but...
And now we have to swing it around, and this is where you won't like me. So sure is he of the rumours, so sure was he that she's a cheat, what did you do? What did you do?
What part?
Well, you went out and slept with somebody out of revenge.
Yeah, I did.
And here's the real cruncher. If she's telling the truth, you've ruined this based on somebody's say-so. That's what I'm saying to you, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that the hardest thing? Because I know you told us you felt humiliation. You said something that a lot of women won't like, but you said, my reputation's quite important to me and people were laughing at me where I live.
Yeah. Because, well, one of them is definitely 100%, and
How are you going to feel if she hasn't cheated, and those guys or women or friends or whatever have said that, and you've gone out and you've cheated and you've messed this up? How are you going to feel?
I'll feel bad. But the thing is, what she does, she makes me feel that she wants to do it anyway. So what we need to do is make sure that she stops doing the putting the tongue out thing, stop making my friends think that she fancies her.
What's wrong with that, though? Isn't flirting healthy?
No, it just makes me look stupid.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Not if you actually believe she wants to be with you. You could spend the entire evening at a party. She could flirt with every man. You could talk to every woman. You'd leave together. People would know you're a couple. What's the issue?
It's different between flirting and being that intense.
OK. But also, the other thing that's quite relevant to this is not only have you cheated, which could destroy the relationship, but here's a woman who says that you are the one that she doesn't trust. It's a funny... For 8 months, there's a lot in this, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%. But
And is this rescuable? I mean...
I don't know, we've only just recently, last few days, got back together and thought we'd give it another go, but...
And one final twist, ladies and gentlemen, this is what... This completely, when I read this, did me. See her? Guess what she did? She told him she cheated, and then she retracted it and said, I only said it because you wanted me to say it, so I said it to wind you up. Which is the worst thing anybody can say, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get her out. Charlotte's on the Jeremy Kyle Show that way. Can you do the sticky tonguey out thing that's flirtatious?
I don't know, you show me how I do it, Steve.
Well, I'll stand me
you
up. Well, you do it to me, because I don't want to...
Well, I don't even know how I'm doing it, so you tell me how I do it.
You already say you do it.
What, do I do it like that?
Yeah,
Go like that, do I? What, I stand behind your back and do that?
When I'm standing talking to you, if I was talking to you like that,
What are
she'd
you
be
doing to me?
exactly there.
What are you doing to me?
Looking at you.
Yeah, but she'd be doing...
Doing what?
What she'd just done.
What did she just do?
But she'd be looking at him like she really
That.
fancies him.
Apparently.
I just give her some lip seal. Think she'd have sore lips. Right, OK. So on a serious note, he thinks... Well, he says he's got a reputation. He says he's known in the area. He says you flirt, you do it deliberately, it's done his head in. And he genuinely believes you've
Yeah,
cheated.
I know he does.
Have you?
No. I don't even go out, like, to a nightclub by myself. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even go out with my friends
Why
anymore.
doesn't he trust you, Charlotte?
I really don't know.
Well, because people have been telling me
Yeah,
about
because
threesomes and this, that and the other.
Yeah, because of that, and that's just their word against mine.
What do you think that is? That's based on jealousy, people just stirring it up?
Yeah, probably, because they know how easy he's going to react.
Why would you tell him, and please don't take this the wrong way, you stupid woman, with
I
the
know.
greatest of respect,
Because-
why would you
because
go,
he kept
I
go-
have?
Because he kept going on and on and on and on. He said, if you tell me that you've done it, then we can just forget about it and get over it. So I stupidly said, yeah, I done it.
Paranoia will annoy her.
Yeah, but it weren't like that. It weren't even like that. I said to him...
For the big man, you're quite insecure, aren't you?
Not really. I don't think so.
I just come from the theory that if she's going to do what she... Tell me if I'm wrong, man to man, right? If she is what you think she is, what's the point? You don't want to be with her anyway. Why spend your entire life worrying about it? If you go to a party, you have to watch somebody. Don't let them out the house. Oh, my God, they're talking to somebody of the opposite sex. So the hell what? If she's going to sleep with somebody else, she ain't worth jack, mate, is she? Isn't that the point?
100%. But when she's doing that, and you can see that she really wants to sleep with your mate, so whether she does or not, whether it's just a little game
No,
or
but
whatever...
that's in your head. Why don't you trust him?
Because he's saying all, like, this outrageous stuff, and I'm thinking, where's it coming from if he's not doing it himself? I can't
If
just
she
come out of the
fails
blue.
this test, is it through?
Yeah.
Really? Why don't I believe that? I believe that even if she fails this test, you are that in love with her and that insecure you'd have her back in a heartbeat. But she, if you fail the test, I think she'd kick your backside out straight away.
You damn right.
I think she's stronger than you, mate.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong, and I will say one thing in your defence. Gut instinct's not a bad thing, right? Sometimes you might have no proof. Your guts are quite important. You going to pass?
100%.
Are you going to pass?
Yeah.
We'll be back in 3 minutes with double lie detector results. Don't go anywhere, my friends.
I am completely and utterly gobsmacked.
Were you really ill on Monday?
Oh, cheeky boom boom.
Are you sure he was single?
Oh, cheeky boom boom.
Thank you very much indeed. Welcome back. Before the break, I met Steve and Charlotte here for double lie detector results. I'm just giving you my overview. You do seem quite insecure. I could be wrong. She might be everything that you say, but I get the feeling that even if she is, you'd have her back in a heartbeat.
No way. I've been through too much, and if it's proved right, then I've been through all that stuff.
She said, I'm 100% sure I have passed the lie detector. He promised if I did to take me on a romantic holiday and marry me. What, that'll get rid of the insecurity if you put a ring on somebody's finger? Oh, no, it won't. Let's do those all-important lie detector results, please. We will start with you, Charlotte.
Bring it on.
The questions that were asked, the answers that were given, and whether indeed you were telling the truth or not. We asked Charlotte, since the start of your relationship with Steve, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone else? She said no. Why'd you say no, Charlotte?
I was telling the truth.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Of course she was telling the truth, buddy. Now the real Charlotte comes out, because that's all front. Since the start of your relationship with Steve, have you had sexual contact with anybody else? That's anything from kissing to intercourse. She said no, because she was telling the truth, mate. You look completely gobsmacked, and I feel I have to say something to you, but I'll do this first. Since the start of your relationship with Steve, have you passionately kissed anyone else? She said no. Your girlfriend was telling the truth throughout the whole time. Looks like you're going on holiday, but can I tell you something? Oi, you need to mature up, mate.
She even admitted that she kissed someone.
She admitted it because you'd admired her for months. Why don't you apologise?
I'm sorry, but I cannot. I am completely and utterly gobsmacked.
I'm not. I could have told you the minute she walked through the door that she was telling the truth. In fact, I could have told you exactly how this was going to go. We asked Steve, since the start of your relationship with Charlotte, apart from the one person she knows about, have you passionately kissed any other person? He said no. This test says you were lying, pal. But then you knew that, which is why you look gobsmacked. Then we asked, since the start of your relationship with Charlotte, apart from the one person she already knows about, have you had sexual contact with anyone else? You said no. This test says you were lying on that question as well. But then you knew that, didn't you, Steve? Because your insecurity is born out of guilt. Because you didn't go and only sleep with one what?
That isn't even nearly true. The reason why I brought her in
Since the start of your relationship with Charlotte, apart from the one person she knows about, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone else? He said no. Sorry, sweetheart, but insecurity is bred from the fact that he failed the entire test. Lock, stock and barrel.
What a surprise,
Yeah.
Stephen.
Well, it's not. The reason why I
Right.
brought. The
Thanks
reason why
for
I
that,
brought her in-
anyway.
The reason why I brought her in.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Charlotte,
Yep.
I'd be enjoying this. I wouldn't be running, sweetheart.
Enjoying that I've just been humiliated on national television.
I think you haven't been shown to be a proper girl, actually. I don't know why you're swearing. It was pretty obvious to anybody what you'd done, mate. Charlotte, come here. Come here. Dignified.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Well, the reason why I brought you on the show is I was actually going to admit this anyway, and I even said that at the start.
No, because you thought I was going to fail.
Yeah.
You was 100%
No, I
sure
did-
that I was going to
Sorry, did you just say you came here because you were going to admit that you
I did
slept with
actually
more
say-
than one person?
Yeah, I did.
So the
actually say-
test's right.
Yeah.
And
I'm not
she's
gonna lie.
right as
I ain't
well.
Gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, but
How many have you slept with?
2.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Not
No,
three?
that's not
Yeah,
more
2
than
other people, so that's 3.
2 other people you slept with
Yeah.
than what I know. Nice
That's
one,
3.
Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte,
So,
Charlotte.
one minute, let me just explain.
I don't want to hear your explanation. See you later.
It's really, really well done. And she's right. Shall I tell you about why she's right? The only reason you brought her here is you knew you were going to fail, and you were odds on that she would fail as well, and 2 wrongs to make her right. Well, guess why you're insecure, and guess why you've lost? Because she was telling the truth, mate. That's it. That's the truth. She in
I can't
here?
believe it.
You all right?
Yeah, I felt well good.
you
So
gonna do from
I
here,
knew
then?
I didn't do nothing wrong anyway.
Yeah.
Go away. Get out of my room.
You don't want to talk to him?
No, do
She doesn't want to speak to him. Take it. You're done. That, you can go on holiday with the girls now.
I know.
And you can go into a club and you can go like this.
Woo!
But it doesn't mean that you're having sex with lots of other people.
Exactly.
Good luck, sweetheart. Enjoy your holiday with the girls. And that's the point of the Jeremy Carr Show. People come for the truth, we give it to them. This, my friends, is what's going on backstage right now. And if you want to get updates from our guests, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, you can go to the website. The details are on your screens right now. To the audience, to you at home, thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
Next, she's a stage star in her own right, but does she know who's hot on her heels ahead of Wednesday's big superstar finale? Jodie Prenger joins Eamon and Ruth next with all the backstage gossip on This Morning.
Cheeky boom boom.
The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by CheekyBingo.com.